Hi, my name is Michael. I'm a senior in the college majoring in Middle Eastern and South Asian Studies and Arabic Studies. And so I'll be graduating just about a month from now in May. So my research is about the social media use, and Facebook was actually the platform of choice, so I'm really focusing on that, of a secessionist rebel group operating in northern Mali between 2012 and 2015 called the National Movement for the Liberation of Azawad, or MNLA by its French acronym. And I'm studying the MNLA because there's a lot of history that's gone on to its armed uprising against the Malian state, because the group is primarily dominated by members of the Tuareg ethnic group. And it's seeking a nation state in the northern, approximately two-thirds of northern Mali, a very sparsely populated area. Not exactly as a Tuareg homeland, but as a state where Tuaregs can be more politically dominant. And it is about the fourth or fifth time that there has been an armed rebellion in northern Mali since Mali gained independence in 1960. But the MNLA really stood out for three different ways. First, because it was far more successful than any previous rebellion. Second, because it attracted a lot more international attention than any previous rebellion. And third, because its uprising was really the first to take place in the internet age. So this is the first time that this political movement is really posting on social media and trying to carry its case to the international community via the internet. And so my project is looking at really two prongs of research. One is just what are members of the pro-MNLA Facebook community, this includes both official MNLA spokespersons and also MNLA supporters who are not necessarily formally part of the group, what are they posting on Facebook, and how do their posting trends correspond with events that are happening that are relevant to the MNLA offline. And then I'm trying to go one step deeper than that and analyze qualitatively some of the major narrative frames that are coming through in pro-MNLA Facebook discourse. And I managed to identify three dominant frames that really pervade the discourse and are critical in establishing how they're viewing the world, how they're viewing history, and how they're viewing their group identity. So I would say that colleagues at the center have really helped shape my thinking in a couple of different ways. First of all, because my project is really inherently interdisciplinary. I'm kind of trying to have one foot in history and try to bring a historical nuance to the table, but I'm also trying to incorporate a lot of aspects of communications theory and discourse analysis. And so being able to be a part of this intellectual community and seeing the work that people are doing in very different fields, it's really helped my thinking process in terms of ways that I can bring in things from different disciplines into my research. And then more specifically, it's been really interesting to hear from one of the fellows here, Dr. Amin Perez, and his work is on philosophy and forms of sociology that came out of the Algerian Liberation War. But what that really is to me is what he's looking at is how ideas developed in the specific context of armed conflict. And that's been really relevant to my research. The one thing that's really opened my eyes in terms of being able to watch academics at different stages in their academic career, from undergraduates like me through to people who are finishing up their dissertation, people trying to get a book published, or people who have, Emory faculty have been in the field for a really long time, it's really been how much equality there is in the way that everybody here talks to each other. It's really an open and free exchange of ideas. And that's been really a revelation for me for how those hierarchies really just crumble in the face of just intellectual discourse. And I hope at some point in my career, I'm not planning on going straight into academia, but I do hope to be able to move in academic circles. And so it's been really fascinating for me to see how academics and how intellectuals talk to each other, as simple as that. So after graduation, I will be participating in the Bobby Jones Fellows Program, actually following in the footsteps of quite a few other Fox Fellows. And I'll be spending 1 year at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland pursuing an MLit in Middle East, Caucasian, and Central Asian security studies. And after that, I'm interested in kind of moving between the worlds of academia and policy and the nonprofit sector. But what I really hope to do is be able to take academic approaches and methodologies and ways of thinking in depth about issues and bring that to areas that don't necessarily have a lot of thinking, both in policy and not-for-profit circles. And I haven't exactly figured out where that will be, but that's my general plan. Before I came to the Fox Center, I was actually friends with a number of the fellows here, and they told me that, previous undergraduate fellows, and they told me that this was this really great intellectual community, and also that the catered sandwiches on Wednesday lunches were really, really good. And having been here for the semester now, I can say that I was absolutely right on both counts. I think going to the Wednesday lunches has been a really big part of my time here, and it's really helped me to get to know the other fellows. And these are people that I wouldn't necessarily have run across in the rest of my life at Emory, so I'm really grateful to the Fox Center for that.